The Galactic Council had existed for 17,000 years. In all that time, no species had ever done what humanity was about to do. Ambassador Al of the Collective stood at the center of the great circular chamber, his four eyes scanning the assembled representatives of 300 civilizations. The holographic displays floating above each delegation showed the same thing: the burning remains of Earth's colony on B. "The matter is settled," Al announced, his voice echoing through the vast space. Humanity violated Sector 7 boundaries. The hegemony was within their rights to respond. This council will take no action. The human delegation sat in silence. There were only three of them: Admiral Sarah, ambassador, and a young officer named Lieutenant Tors. They occupied the smallest section in the entire chamber, given to them when humanity had joined the council just 40 years ago. Rose slowly from his seat. He was an older man with gray hair and calm eyes. The other species had learned to read human expressions over the decades, and they saw nothing in his face. No anger, no fear, just stillness. "The colony on B held 4 million civilians," said. "Men, women, and children. They attacked without warning. They gave no chance for evacuation. They used orbital bombardment on population centers." A ripple of mild discomfort passed through some delegations, but most remained unmoved. The representative, a massive creature covered in black scales, made a sound that translated as laughter. "Your species spread too quickly," High Commander said. "You needed to learn your place. Now you have learned it." Nodded slowly. "I see, and this council supports this action." Al looked around the chamber. No one spoke against the decision. The politics were simple. The hegemony controlled vast resources and military power. Humanity was new, small, and seemingly weak. There was no benefit in supporting them. "The council has made its position clear," Al said. "Does humanity accept this ruling?" Looked at Admiral, something passed between them, a small nod. "No," said simply, "we do not." Silence fell over the chamber. Several representatives looked confused. Species did not reject council rulings. It was not done. The council represented galactic law itself. "I don't think you understand," Al said slowly. "Rejection of council authority is not an option. If you refuse to accept this ruling, humanity will face sanctions, economic isolation, travel restrictions, perhaps military action if you continue to cause problems." Smiled. It was not a pleasant smile. "We understand completely, but I think there's something you don't understand about humans, Ambassador Al, something none of you understand." He pressed a button on his wrist device. The holographic displays throughout the chamber flickered and changed. They no longer showed the destroyed colony. Instead, they showed something else entirely. Ships, human ships, thousands of them. They were positioned in a sphere formation around the home system. The chamber erupted in chaos. Representatives jumped from their seats. Translators struggled to keep up with the overlapping voices of 300 species all speaking at once. "This is impossible," High Commander roared. "We have surveillance on human space. We would have seen any fleet movement." Admiral stood up. Her voice was quiet, but somehow it cut through the noise. "You saw exactly what we wanted you to see. Your surveillance systems have been feeding you false data for the past 18 months. The implications of that statement silenced the room. 18 months. Humanity had been deceiving the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy for 18 months. Species who had mastered interstellar travel before humans had discovered fire. "How?" someone asked from the crowd. Shrugged. "You underestimated us. All of you. From the day we joined this council, you saw us as primitives, lucky primates who stumbled onto faster-than-light travel. You shared your technology with us, believing we could never match what you had built over thousands of years." She paused, letting her words sink in. "You were wrong. We didn't just learn your technology. We improved it. In secret. While you watched the puppets we left behind, we built a fleet that could challenge any power in this galaxy. High Commander was shaking with rage. You cannot threaten the hegemony. We have a fleet of 10,000 warships. We have defended our territory for 5,000 years. You had a fleet, Lieutenant Torres said quietly. It was the first time the young officer had spoken. Check your communications, High Commander. Fumbled with his devices. His scales began to pale as he received reports. When he looked up, his eyes were wide with something no one had ever seen in a fear. Your home fleet surrendered 2 hours ago, Admiral said. They saw our weapons. They made the logical choice. Right now, human Marines are securing your orbital stations. Your government officials are being detained. The hegemony as a military power no longer exists. The chamber had become absolutely silent. No one moved. No one spoke. 300 civilizations watched as everything they understood about galactic politics collapsed around them. Ambassador stepped forward. For 17,000 years, this council has operated on one principle: the strong do what they want and the weak suffer. You thought humanity was weak. You thought we were alone. You thought that when the murdered 4 million of our people, we would accept it, learn our place, bow down. His voice rose. You were wrong about all of it. What do you want? Al asked. His voice was barely a whisper. Justice, said. True justice. Not the kind this council has been pretending to provide. We want every official involved in the attack on to stand trial. We want reparations for the families of the victims. And we want this council to understand something very clearly. He looked around the chamber, meeting the eyes of every representative he could. Humanity does not forget. Humanity does not forgive unprovoked attacks on our civilians, and humanity will never again accept being treated as less than equal. The holographic displays changed again. Now they showed Earth, not the primitive planet the Council had first contacted 40 years ago, but something else. Massive orbital stations surrounded the blue world. Ships of designs never before seen moved in organized patterns. The surface showed cities of incredible advancement spread across every continent. We've been hiding our true development for decades, said. What you see in your databases about human territory is 30 years out of date. We have 14 colony worlds, not 4. Our population is 11 billion, not 3. Our technology has progressed in ways you cannot imagine. Why, someone called out, why hide all of this? Answered, because we knew this day would come. We knew that eventually someone would test us, would attack us, and we knew that when that happened, we would need to be ready to show the galaxy who we really are. He gestured at the images of the human fleet. This is not even our full force. This is what we could spare while keeping our other territories defended. We have been preparing for a galactic war for 20 years. We hoped it would never come, but we made sure that if it did, we would win. High Commander finally found his voice. This is an act of war against the Galactic Council. No, said coldly. This is a response to an act of war against humanity, the struck first. The Council refused to provide justice. We provided it ourselves. If any other civilization wishes to challenge this, they are welcome to try. But I would recommend checking the tactical analysis first. Several representatives were doing exactly that. The results were not encouraging for anyone considering military action. The human ships were faster than anything in the Galactic Fleet database. Their weapons were more powerful. Their shields were stronger. Humanity had not just caught up to the galactic community. In 40 years, they had surpassed it. How is this possible? A scientist asked from the observation gallery. Your species developed only 2 centuries ago. Admiral smiled. Our species has another quality you failed to account for. We advance quickly when we're motivated, and nothing motivates us more than survival. The council session stretched on for hours. Representatives demanded answers. They threatened. They pleaded. They offered deals. Through it all, the 3 humans remained calm. They had prepared for every argument, every objection. By the end of the session, several things were clear. Humanity would not back down, but would face justice, and the balance of power in the galaxy had fundamentally shifted. As the representatives filed out, Al approached. The look tired. His 4 eyes carried an expression that might have been respect. "You planned this from the beginning," he said, "from the day you first contacted us." Shook his head. "No, when we first met your people we had hope. We thought the galaxy would be fair, just. We learned otherwise quickly, so we adapted. That's what humans do. We adapt." What happens now? Now the galaxy changes. Humanity will not seek to dominate or conquer. That's not who we are, but we will protect ourselves. We will protect others who cannot protect themselves. And we will demand that this council actually live up to its founding principles: justice for all species, protection for the weak, true equality. Al was silent for a long moment. "Many will not accept this. There will be resistance." "There always is," said, "but that's fine, we're patient and we have time." As the human delegation left the council chambers, representatives throughout the galaxy were sending messages home. The news spread across thousands of worlds. Everything they had believed about the order of things was being rewritten. The small species that they had dismissed as primitive had shown them the truth. In the game of galactic politics, humanity had been playing a different game entirely, and they had won. In the decades that followed, historians would point to this day as the moment everything changed. The old powers faded, new alliances formed, and at the center of it all stood humanity, no longer hiding, no longer afraid, ready to shape the future of the galaxy. The children of Earth had finally taken their place among the stars, and the galaxy would never be the same.